AGI were to have its say, it's like, we don't need jobs anymore. We are done. And this is actually a very disgusting feeling, like, wow, it's like I'm unwanted, I'm unneeded. And if this starts to happen, you see how it becomes a real race to the bottom. Now, why is there such a FOMO? Like, there is obviously a lot of fear of missing out on this, and everybody's being asked this question. Are you an AI native business? And everybody's raising their hands and like, of course, the board's asking us, and we're like, of course we are. And the reason why it's looking that simple is because it's supposed to be simple. We now have a new language in which we can instruct the machine, which is English or natural language. And everything can be prompt engineered anyway, so what's the big deal? Why can't we just all do this and call ourselves AI native? But by and large, it's true that a lot of pilots have just not gone anywhere. And this is no different than what we saw 10 years ago. What did it look like? It was disgusting, right? It was like a hot mess. Like we just brought it all together, but you didn't want anybody to see it. And it was fragile, it was messy, and it just was duct taped together. And we're asking the exact same question right now. What the heck is an agent? And it's no different than asking about the cloud itself. Now, I'm going to take a poetic license to answer this question. Now, this gives me a chuckle because it's a circular answer. Real agents have real agency. If you have real agency, you're a real agent. So what's one of the big problems with agents right now? They just can't really hold a conversation for more than a few seconds or maybe a minute if you're lucky. And when I talk about deploy and reinforce, we have talked about people a lot. We talk about deploying people to projects and teams, and then we reinforce things with them as well, which is give them rewards and penalties. And we're going to have to do the exact same thing with agents too. We have to deploy them, we have to reinforce them. And that's the way we actually bring people and agents together. This narrative out there that apps will disappear, no different than when we said brick and mortar disappears. And I think the best configuration that at least we at this company feel and believe in is that it's going to be integrated. There will be new kinds of apps that will be integrated with people and with agents, and they'll integrate apps and agents, people and agents together as well. And in the past, it was not possible to actually bring customers into your team because it doesn't scale. Now, with the help of machines, we feel that we can do this better than before, especially in B2C when you have millions of, if not tens of millions of customers. You really have to do this in a way that scales. And for the first time, we think that when we talk about people, we're not just talking about our employees, but also about customers in the same team. That's the power of this new configuration. Your data needs to really be integrated. And we call that a knowledge graph. Now, every AI company worth its salt is talking about a knowledge graph. So the question is, what is a knowledge graph? What the heck is a knowledge graph? And we have a very disciplined point of view on a knowledge graph. What do we have? We have a vector database, we have a graph database, we have a SQL engine, and finally we have a skills engine as well, which is a modern workflow to insert code from our side. That basically is what brings together this platform that we call computer. We think that this is an intelligent machine that helps you really solve problems. We are sucking in data from legacy systems. We are reorganizing all this stuff into the knowledge graph, which we call computer memory. And finally, we put compute on top of it, which is skills. This is the stuff that we inserted, not the stuff that LLMs generated. And when we have these things coming together, you get something. Now, what do skills do? Skills can go and update stuff as well, which means that it goes and updates the memory, and now the memory has to go back and update your legacy systems. That's where the two-way sync happens. So one way is to come and organize all the existing data into knowledge graph, into what we call computer memory, and the other way is when these agents go and update stuff, it needs to go back. because we need to behave and coexist with the legacy world as well. And that's one of the pieces that we are very, very good at, is to think about computer as a thing that coexists with existing systems as well. When you do